impact, right? Let us start with a gratitude prayer. Doing our gratitude along with Ho'oponopono. Favorite to Meenakshi ji.
Yes.
Right? Favorite to Meenakshi ji. And actually for everybody, right? Since, I have started doing Ho'oponopono for my hair and my eyes and my skin and my teeth as well. One of my teeth is not well actually. It has some infection and I have went to few doctors. They are not able to identify what is the problem. And one of my teeth, this one is bluish, little bluish, has got bluish because it has got lost some sense, the front one. And now I can see both of them are equal colors. I cannot see that blueness in my teeth.
Very nice.
This is a big thing.
Super.
Really, this is how it
2
works.
minutes, Priya. I just want to share this Ho'oponopono, like 2 days.
Ho'oponopono. Gauriji,
Days, I had too many things. No?
Ho'oponopono.
Ho'oponopono.
Ho'oponoponi. Ho'oponopono.
No pono. Okay. Anyway, that prayer, no, that mantra is very useful, helpful, and during these 2 days, I had undergone a lot of travel, back pain, and my daughter's issue. So it helped me a lot. I was residing almost all the time, and I was able to handle the situation and um, keep up my momentum instead of going down stress like how she felt. No, so that and all was uh, avoided by using this mantra. Thank you, Priya.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you a lot.
Vijay. Okay, let us all start with Ho'oponopono and we will proceed further with our session. We have to complete today's chapter, Life Follows You. Okay, so please join your hands with so much of firmness in our heart. And if you think of any great saint, any great person, saint, any god who has manifested on this planet, what do you think are the biggest qualities that a god who manifested has? There are so many gods who manifested on the planet Earth. Jesus, we have, and then we have so many forms of saints. Baba, Sai Baba of Shirdi, Sri Pada, Sri Ballabha, all. I am not good with those names, but all of them. What is the great quality that they have? The greatest of greatest quality that they have is kindness and compassion towards others. And if they have kindness and compassion towards others, means they take decisions and their heart is active. They have learned to use their heart effectively. And every saint, you see any saint, you'll always find them smiling. Just try to see any saint and see, can you find any lines on their forehead? You will not. Because their heart is pure, their heart is clean. And so there is no time or there is nothing that they can have any lines on their forehead or anywhere. That is the lesson of being a true heart, having a clear heart. And we all are on a journey of clearing our hearts. So much we carry, so much we hold on in our beautiful hearts. And we have mixed our pure feelings with negativity. Today we have to understand that if I am addressing or I am experiencing failure in my life, what do I have to learn from that failure? Why am I experiencing it in my life? The first and foremost step to do that is acceptance. Accept the situation. Accept yourself going through that situation. And then honestly ask yourself what I can learn from this situation. Ask your heart directly. Your heart answers all your questions sincerely. Your inner child knows you all. Our journey to our true self goes through our heart. And our journey is to purify our heart. We have to let go and release all that we are holding back. And we have to clear our hearts. Kindness and compassion are most important qualities we have to build, not only for others, very importantly for ourselves. Many a times people have kindness and compassion for others, but they don't have for themselves. They berate themselves, criticize themselves. That cause a great agony for them and they suffer. And then they complain, I am a good person, I'm doing everything good, why am I suffering? Nature is all about balance. So today let's ask forgiveness from our heart, from our heart, yes. This wonderful, wonderful heart. Actually, we all are magnificent by our heart. We all are magical, miraculous. But we have layered up with fears, guilt, regrets, resentments. So much we have layered up. We don't need those layers at all. Let us ask for forgiveness from our heart and heartfully forgive ourselves. And time to move on. And also to make a commitment to look deep inside us. Deep inside of us. Why am I attracting such situations in my life? So I am sorry, my heart. I have really troubled you with fear, anxiety, guilt, irritation, frustration, anger, resentment, hatred. So much. Innumerable times I've compared myself with others. Self-pity, one of the most cancerous patterns, most damaging patterns is pity, self-pity. I don't know, but I may be carrying it deep inside. I am sorry for all that. Please forgive me. Please forgive me for not being able to take care of you as I have to. I have hurt you a lot. Please forgive me for all the things, all the wrong decisions I have made consciously, and it has caused great pain. Please forgive me for carrying all those resentments, burning coals in my heart, and suffering myself only. How can I do that? Today I let go all of it. Please forgive me, my heart. And I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Thank you for continuously working. Thank you for making me experience this life. Thank you for having all the emotions. And even if I don't have these negative emotions, how will I come to know what is happiness? Good emotions. Because of them, I know the value of happiness. Thank you for doing everything. And I love you. I really love you, my heart. I love you, my heart. I truly, truly love you, my heart. I love you for beating every time for me. I love you for pumping blood. I love you for all the small things you do. You're the most important part of me and my journey. And today I am willing to make a deeper connection with you. I am to build kindness and compassion for others as well as for myself equally. Nature is all about balance. As I have it for others, I have to have it for myself. As I have for myself, I have to have it for others. There is no other way. Universe is all about balance. I love you, my heart. I truly love you, my heart. Thank you for beating. Thank you for being there. Thank you for healing me. You're my healing center. Thank you for being the healing center. I love you for being my healing center. And today again, I put you on a healing mode. Wherever I go, whatever I do, I eat, I drink, whatever I do, you're healing. And one word I always have to remember is let go. Let go. Accept the situation, accept myself, and let go. Accept and let go. Accept and let go. Accept and let go. I am going to remember this mantra forever as it makes my life so easy. Thank you. Thank you, my heart. Thank you, universe. Thank you, God, for helping us to have this heart. And we just have to learn to purify our heart. Our feelings tells everything about us. What am I doing in my life? Where my life is going? Am I negative? Am I positive? Am I vibrationally good? Am I vibrationally low? Everything is told by heart, power center. And that's what the power book also speaks about. Love. It speaks about our heart. Thank you, my heart. Thank you so much. Thank you, universe. Thank you, God. Thank you for this opportunity to learn all this, God. Thank you, Baba, to give me the opportunity that I can help others and all present here to get this guidance through you. Nothing is done by me or anybody else. You are the center for each one of us. God is the center for each one of us. Universal part, divine energies, they are the center. Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. So please rub your hands, put it on your eyes, and we have done it. Okay. So how was it? Anyone? Anyone?
So the heart is really bubbling with love.
Yeah, really, Meenakshi ji. Heart with love.
Yes.
Saying, I love you too. Okay. Okay. Anybody else felt anything? Anybody felt your heart communicated anything with you? Any answer, any message you have got from your heart? When I feel the bubbling sensation, what have you felt? Must have felt something.
Initially, I was not able to concentrate, Priya. Then uh, I was trying to concentrate more. Then some kind of healing, lightness came to me. Like actually, I was feeling burnt when heavy before the session. So now some kind of when lightness I can feel.
Very nice. Wonderful. Thank you. Hi, Susan. Long time. Good to see you now. Very good to see you. Okay. We have to say,
Hi, Priya.
okay, put you on mute,
Yeah.
Lalita ji. Sorry. Susan, your voice is not clear. Susan. Voice is not clear. Okay. It's okay. Let's go ahead quickly for our session because we have to finish it as well. Just give me a second. Okay. So she says most of the things you may currently believe about the real world, they are not true. You are much more than you may realize, she said. Life and the universe are much more than you can realize. Actually, she said that you may think there are limited amount of things in the world, but there is a limited, you may think that there is a limited amount of money, health, resources, but this is true. There is no lack for anything. Quantum says, imagine this line and imagine what we are. Even smaller than one bacteria is what we are when I read about this line, She says that quantum physics tells us about infinite planet Earths and infinite universes that exist. And we move from one reality of planet Earth and a universe to another every fraction of a second. This is a real world emerging through science. Okay. Very nice, Purva. Very nice, Purva. That was the sense of it. And now, Steven Weinberg says, Nobel Prize winner about quantum physicist. In our universe, we are tuned into the frequency that corresponds to physical reality. But there are an infinite number of parallel realities coexisting with us in the same room, although we cannot tune into them. Okay? Same, if few places are empty, it's like applying medicine and feeling the space of goodness. Yes, Dharini, thank you so much. Exactly is the essence. Okay, who can read today? Anyone can read today? And we have to finish off this chapter. Any new reader today? Whose network will work well? Only condition. Janki ji, your network is working well, Janki ji. You have to unmute, Janki ji.
Yeah, it's working.
Very nice. Please go ahead. Thank you for coming forward.
So you may think there is shortage of time in the real world, and because of that, you may live your life rushing against time. But the great scientist Albert Edison told us that the time is an illusion. So the distinction between past, present, and future is only stubbornly persistent illusion.
Wow.
So
Just give me a second. Actually, now she is getting into the real essence of this thing, right? She says, you may think, oh my God, there is shortage of time in the real world. I have to do this, I have to do that. I'm not able to do this, I'm not able to time. Because you may live your life rushing against time. But the great scientist Albert Einstein told us that time is an illusion. Time doesn't exist. How many of us know that? Time actually doesn't exist. Time is only for the people who live on this planet of 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. But in other dimensions, the people living on the other planet, okay, they are not in this form of human body, but there are lives that exist on other planets. For them, there is no time. Past, present, future, everything exists in the same time space sequence for them. Everything exists at one point in time only, means at one point only. You know, time is a myth, time is an illusion, right? And I was reading somewhere that the universe is so big that the life you spend on this earth is like a minute, only a fraction of a minute. This much is the universe. That one human life is 1 minute. Imagine how vast this universe is, right? And these are the bigger realities. When you will enter such knowledge, you will get to know. In fact, when I started reading Datta Prabhu's second avatar, Sri Pada Sri Ballava, my God, at that time, in 15th century, they have written everything about science there. So many things they have written about science in Sri Pada Sri Ballava's book, The Second Incarnation of Lord Datta's. So, all this knowledge has been already told, but now we humans, through science, we are exploring. And we say we have discovered, but we have discovered nothing. This is already there, right? Please go ahead, Janki ji.
you may think that the real world is made up of living things and dead things, but in the universe, everything is alive and nothing is dead. The stars, suns, planets, earth, air, water, fire, and every object you see is seething with life. This is the real world that is emerging.
Yes. So she says, you may think that the real world is the people who are alive and the ones who are dead, right? But actually, in the universe, everything is alive. Nothing ever dies. Nothing dies. In fact, for the human body also, death is the term that we humans use. So, he died. But actually, the other, if you read certain books, they don't consider death as considered. They consider it as passing over from one to another universe, from one dimension to another dimension, and getting prepared for a new life. So they consider it as passing over. So nothing is death, actually. And now, though, there are several people, um, actually, I was reading one of the book long back. She was a auto writer. Auto writing is one of the technique where some people connect with the higher spirits from the another planet. Okay, and they channel them. Means the communication that happens through them, they write it. And in that way, some people have actually communicated to the people who have just passed away. And beautifully, one incident with one wife was there where her husband was no more, and this lady who used to connect with the highest, the spirits, she contacted, and the husband said, I remember how she used to make the dal and everything. And when this lady communicated the same thing with the wife, because, she didn't tell anything about the personal life to anybody, she's like mesmerized. My God, you really connected. So this is how it works, you know. So nothing ever goes anywhere. Okay, this is just about our uh, limited perception. So she says that the stars, sun, planets, earth, air, water, fire, everything is seething with life, is coinciding with life. This is the real world which is emerging, right? She says now, the Prentice Mulford. I don't know about much about this author, but I have heard it somewhere. He says there is sense in the tree which feels your love and responds to it. It doesn't respond or show its pleasure in our way or in a way we can now understand. Okay. So anybody knows extrasensory perception? ESP. So ESP, you can search it actually. ESP. ESP is extrasensory perception, which actually talks that plants communicate with us. They truly communicate with us. And there are people who have experienced it as well. And if you dedicate your time, if you have time and you can dedicate, you can also feel that plants will talk to you back as you talk to them. Okay, they also respond back. Extrasensory perception through. Okay, there are machines now who can actually test it and see that how plants also talk. So that the energy is there in them as well. Right? Let's go ahead, Janki.
You may believe that a real world is everything you can see, and that everything you can't see is in real. And the color you see when you look at something is in fact not as the real color. So each thing absorbs all the colors that it really is and reflects the color it is not. So, and that's the color you see. So the sky is actually every color but blue. So
Wow. Oh, wow. Amazing line. Amazing line. Actually, I've put forward this question to the kids also when they were doing. So she says that you may believe the real world is everything that you see and that you cannot see is not real. But she says that yet the color you see when you look at something is in fact not the real color. She says each color absorbs all the colors and reflects the color which is not. That is why the sky, which we see as blue, is all the colors, but not blue. And we see blue, right? Because when white light reflects, it absorbs everything, and one color which is not absorbed is what we are able to see. You know, the people who don't know physics, they are like, how come this can happen? Right? But this is how it works, right? So, sky is actually all the colors, but not blue. Where is your smile, Susan? You're not doing mirror work these days. Okay. Okay, very nice. Let's go ahead now. She says, let's go ahead, Janki ji. You have to unmute, Janki ji. You have to unmute.
So there are many sounds you can't hear because their frequencies are beyond what you can hear, but they are real. You can't see, ultraviolet or infrared light because their frequencies are beyond what your eye can see, but they are real. If you imagine all the known frequencies of light as the size of Mount Everest, then all that you can see is smaller than the golf ball.
Yeah. She says, if you imagine all the known frequencies of light that we can see as the size of Mount Everest, then all that you can see is smaller than a golf ball. Just this much we can see. And in the front of Mount Everest, what is this? This is our perception, very limited perception, right? And that is why, we have X-ray machines. Now we have UV rays, everything we know,
Okay.
but not able to see them. In fact, the UV rays, which are used for infrared rays, which are used for sterilization, that also they have to put a blue light so that we can see. Otherwise, we cannot see them, right? And we know how harmful they are, especially for the people who work in science field, they know it, right? Let's go ahead, Janki ji.
You may believe the real world is made up of all the solid things you can see and touch, but actually nothing is solid. The chair you are sitting on right now is a force of moving energy, and it's mostly space. So how real is your chair? A wise man recognizing.
Just a second. Sorry, Janki ji. She says that you may believe that real world is made up of solid things that you can see and touch. But actually, nothing is solid. The chair that you're sitting right now on is a force of moving energy, and it's mostly space. So how real is your chair? In fact, human body, we can see ourselves, we can touch ourselves, my face, my hands, everything. But this is not real. Not in the sense that one day we will die and we'll become 5 elements. No, not in that sense. In real sense, this is illusion. This is not real. Human body or anything in this whole universe is 99.999% empty space. 0.0001% is only matter. And with that 0.0001, we are able to see and touch and all this. So how real is your chair? She's saying it's nothing, right? She's explained more deeply in her other books. So she says, now Gautam Buddha says, a wise man, recognizing that the world is but an illusion, does not act as if it is real. So he escapes the suffering, right? When we understand the process of life and everything, what is happening, my insult happened today. My that person tortured me. This happened to me. When we do this, we get attached to the suffering, where all this is who matters, right? I mean, really telling you, my colleague, my aunt, who has really hurted me deeply in like when I was like 5-year-old, where is it now? Only in my heart as a burning coal. Otherwise, nowhere. Right? And because of that, numerable experiences I have attracted where I've got the same situation. Right? So this is how we get attached to it. Otherwise, it is nothing actually. Slowly, we can actually learn all this. Right? Let's go ahead, Janki.
You may believe that your imagination is just thoughts and dreams and has no power in the real world. And yet, one of the hurdles for scientists in proving things to be true or not is removing the scientist beliefs from scientific experiments. Because what the scientist believes or imagines will be the outcome of experiment affects the outcome of the experiment. This is the power of human imagination and beliefs. Just as the scientists believe affect the outcome of an experiment. So do your beliefs affect the outcome of your life?
Yes. So I remember when I was doing my research, how desperately I wanted a result. I was making good biscuits for diabetic people. And I was like, I am going to make good biscuits for diabetic people. I'm going to make good biscuits for diabetic people. This formulation is going to work because I am working to it, right? This has to be successful. This has to be successful. Now, when I have this kind of belief or imagination and dream, this has now affected the whole experiment. Whether it is not, but because of my biased, experimentation, it would have definitely impacted, right? This is the power of human mind, beliefs and imagination. And she says if it can affect the if it can affect the experiments, then why not human life? Our beliefs affect the outcome of our life as well, right? Let's go ahead, Janki ji.
Your beliefs, true or untrue, from your world, what you imagine and feel to be true creates your life, because that is what you are going to the law of attraction, and that is what will be written to you. Your imagination is more real than the world you see, because the world you see comes from what you imagine and believe. What you believe and feel to be true is what will be your life. If you believe you can't have the life you dream of, then the law of attraction must follow what you say, and that will be your real world.
Yes. So now she says your beliefs, true, untrue, it forms your world. It forms your world. What you imagine and feel, it creates the true life, because that is what you are giving by the law of attraction, and that is what it will return back to you. Your imagination is more real. Your imagination is, please underline this line and always remember, your imagination is more real than the world you see. Because the world you see, it only comes from your imagination. Oh my God. Your imagination is more real than anything because your world is coming from your imagination, right? What a wonderful, really, what a way she has put in. Lots of thanks and gratitude to Rhonda Byrne. Like she has learned everything and put it in a so amazing words, right? She says, what you believe and feel to be true is what will be for your life. If you believe you can't have a life that you dream of, law of attraction must follow, right? And especially to Gauri ji, these days shopping is going on, Gauri ji, for me, and I am able to realize the deep fear. You know, wow, my God,
Money.
such a deep fear. I never ever able to feel it, but now when the money is going in this amount, right? It is coming up, that, oh, it is slipping, and that kind of realization is coming to me that Priya, so deep, is the blocks that are there for you. And that is why you're stopping your own flow by having all this, which is so deep. And then consciously I've
You have started,
working on those.
sorry, just a comment. You have started spending now only. That's why you're getting it now.
True, Gauriji. So much, so much to feel it that, yes, Priya. And then, the beauty is that I'm able to realize it, being aware of what all is having. And then, I'm just quickly come and work on it, let it go, let it go, let it go. But really, when I see my life and the struggle that I've gone through and the kind of consciousness I'm able to aware, perfectly matching, perfect matching of what I am experiencing and what the consciousness is. Perfect match. There is so much of fear deep inside, and that is why the life has been like this. So this is how I'm able to relate much with this, right? And very good is the realization actually, which changes everything and accepting the situation. And then I'm able to see patterns in my parents beautifully. Beautifully, I'm able to see their patterns, right? Especially my father. I feel as if I'm a photocopy of him. So many patterns I am able to relate. And all those patterns which I see in my father, I hate him for those things. And the beauty is, I have all of them. This is how it works. Self-reflection works. This is how self-reflection works. What we see in others and that disturbs us is actually we will find in ourselves. Right? So all those
Actually, yesterday, yeah, you said no, it's a resemblance. Similar way, when I used to complain about the coach, my daughter also wanted to complain about me. Actually, wait for each other like that.
yeah.
So
reflection.
this quality, when we fail or when things are not going as per our desire, we will tend to complain or put the blame on others. No, that game happened for 5 minutes discussion argument. It went high, and then I made myself calm. Oh, no, 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 you're going in a different direction.
And
It should not end like that.
yeah, and sometimes, Gauriji, this becomes the big karmic lesson actually. Very good karmic lesson. And unless and until a person realizes, he will go through one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. Unless and until he
Yeah.
actually learns that when I am stuck, I put blame on others, which I don't have to. This is the real learning we have to get instead of getting stuck in any pattern, right? So now, Abraham Lincoln says to believe in the things you can see and touch is no belief at all, but to believe in the unseen is a triumph and a blessing. What you can see, everybody can believe, right? I have a wallet, I have books, I have a table, I have a house. I can believe it, right? Like, yeah, I have all these things. But to believe in the unseen is a blessing, is what is takes efforts, right? Now she says a story of limitation has been passed on from one generation to the next generation through the history of humanity. But the time has come for the real story now, right? So let's read the real story. Let's go ahead, Janki ji.
The real story is that you are unlimited being. The real story is that the world and the universe are unlimited. There are worlds and possibilities that you cannot see, but all of them exist. You have to start telling a different story. You have to start telling the story of your amazing life, because whatever story you tell, good or bad, the law of attraction must make sure you receive it, and it will be the story of your life. Imagine and feel whatever you want, and those will be the pictures you receive back in your life. Give love as much as you can and feel as good as you can, and the force of love will surround you with people, circumstances, and events that you love. You can be whatever you want, you can do whatever you want, you can have whatever you want.
Right? And if you can see how perfectly, universe has placed us, because I had to really learn certain lessons regarding money, I am at my perfect place. And someone has to learn the perfect lessons about relationships, they are at the perfect place where they have seen a lot of mess in their parents' relationship. And now they have to learn to make their own relationships beautiful. Or someone who has been born and brought up with such a comfort of life, but then later on they have to learn how to live independently, and they go through the turmoils of their life, because that those are their lessons that they have to learn, that yes, I have to learn to be independent as well. Without any support, how can I live, how can I be strong? So several lessons that we learn. And now actually she says I actually convert everything into spirituality also. But the essence it says is that imagine and feel whatever you want, and those will the pictures you will receive back in your life. Means when I will imagine and feel that I have a wonderful life, now I will go to some place in Switzerland and feel, wow, I have a wonderful life. So those pictures, at the places will come in my life, right? Give love as much as you can and feel as good as you can. I know how difficult it is sometimes to feel good. I know, really, I know. Sometimes we don't want to feel good at all and really want to stay in that zone. But slowly, slowly, we have to learn to come out of it, right? And she says, and the force of love will surround you to people, circumstance, events that you love. You can be whatever you can do whatever you want, and you can have whatever you want, right? What do you love? What do you want? Let's go ahead, Janki ji.
Let's go of anything you don't love about your life story and just keep the things you love. If you hold on to negative things from your past, then you keep putting them into your story every time you remember them and they go back into the pictures of your life now. Let go of the things you don't love about your childhood and keep the things you love. Let go of things you don't love about your adultment and adult years and keep the good things. Just keep the things you love about your whole life. All the negative things of the past are done. Finish. You are not the same person as you are in. Then, so why keep putting them in your story if they make you feel bad? You don't have to dig a negative things out of you from the past. Just don't put them in your story anymore.
Hmm. And sometimes when I read and I say, Rhonda, do you know how difficult it is, Rhonda? If it would have been easy, I would have done it by now, no? You have said it to let go of it. I am not able to let go only is my problem. I am carrying only. Really telling you, sometimes the negative feelings for someone doesn't go. It takes so much of effort. And then consciously we have to realize that this is the holding power I have built during the process of my life. This much I hold on, right? And then slowly, slowly, one mantra, accept and let go, accept and let go, accept and let go. Slowly, slowly will help me to loosen these clutches of negative feelings that I really cling to or I hold on to. And slowly, slowly, only this is possible. This cannot happen just by reading Power Book and from tomorrow everything will change. No, we have to learn it step by step, slowly, slowly. And definitely being in awareness can be so helpful that it actually reduces the load. And gratitude. Gratitude brings it so much, right? Yesterday only I was having a thought that my mother is not understanding me, my brother is not understanding me. I was outside and they're calling me, come back, come back, come back, and all that, right? And when I today wrote my gratitude journal, my God, I wrote really that I'm so thankful for such careful, mother and my brother. They're so caring for me. Otherwise, who will ask, where are you? What are you doing? Who will ask me? And then, all of the fault which I was making with them have turned into gratitude, saying that thank you. Really, I have you, that you take care of me. You have in my mind, always call me and ask me come back and all this, right? So this is the effect of gratitude journey, that it actually converts the negativity into the positivity. So now the Prentice Mulford again says, a mighty, eternal and incomprehensible force pushes us all forward. But while all so being pushed, many linger and look back. Unconsciously, they oppose this force. Anybody understood this? A mighty, eternal, and incomprehensible force, universal energy, pushes us all forward. But while all are being pushed forward in our spiritual journey, many linger on and look back, right? Unconsciously, they oppose this force of life. And how do we oppose? We oppose when when we are stuck in some pattern, or when we are stuck with some feeling. Why Deepti ji has done this with me? I want this answer first, then I will eat. Why she has done with me, then only I will eat. Otherwise, I will not eat food only. This is the kind of thing we hold on, and we are not moving with the flow of life. In fact, against. Tomorrow, what do I have to do to teach her a lesson? Then my mind will go on all that. Okay, so what I have to say when she's going to come in front of me, I have to use some words to make her realize what she has done with me. So all this is going on, really, all this is going on nonsense, very common nonsense. And we call it commonly as corporate politics. Yes, Deepti ji.
I mean, I could reflect many things here when I was actually going through this, because we are not letting go of certain things. Those might be some thoughts or things in our past, right? And that is what is stopping our further progress. So my husband always used to tell me about the, lots of stuff I used to hold, and he used to tell Dipti, because you hold so much anger about others, that's the reason you have, so many lumps here, there, thyroid. So I had, by the way, 6 7 operations, and everywhere, like they were like about 4 lumps from my both side of breast removed in 2 operations, and one time the right side thyroid. So my husband used to say, because you don't let go of things, right, whether they're thoughts, whether they're actually physical things, you hold so much. I mean, I'm still the same person, so he just says, just leave all those things and move forward. And that's what is actually I'm realizing, that leaving things, I mean, accepting those things had their certain part in our life that time, but I no longer require them, neither I no longer require those thoughts. So leaving them behind will actually push us forward. So yes, I got it correctly. Yeah.
Thank you, Deepti ji. And actually, corporate politics is nothing if you see from spiritual perspective. Nothing. But humanly perspective, very big issue. Very big issue as a Mount Everest. But spiritually, it is like a golf ball. Nothing it is. When you are aligned,
Just I'll take 1 minute to tell. In 2014-15, I was in the UK, right? And I had come to India for 3 weeks for a vacation. Because I came in the middle of project, right? They gave me very bad rating. And I got so angry that I worked so hard for a whole year and they gave me bad rating. So I actually fought with my manager, my managers, and I went till the head of the UK country head, right? In Wipro. I was in Wipro back then, and that whole fight was going about for 2 months, right? So that actually impacted so bad to me and my family, right? That at one point I realized, because they have done no, they have done injustice to me, I'm actually taking it to such an extent, right? So it's actually causing me so much pain. So every time I was in fight mode, anybody would come to me, I will fight, whether it's my husband, my kids, or anybody, right? So then I realized, like, letting go of those things would have actually helped me. I didn't realize it that till now, right? I used to think, no, I have been doing right, I've been doing it right for myself, they have done not so good to me, right? So till the head of UK head, right, I used to block calendar. People also used to give me time. I used to fight for one hour. Oh my gosh, I like laugh now. So I'm a very peaceful person myself, but I was, and that actually blocked my progress for 2 years. I left Wipro, right, and I didn't want to join corporate world. I was doing my CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst course. I was so frustrated, that I now recall now, that if I could have used those 2 years or anything, right, for my personal growth. I wanted to do Bharatnatyam, I wanted to do anything, but nothing crossed my mind, because my
yeah,
mind was so occupied with people, who had not done good things to me. So letting go, I'm learning, I'm still a student, but yes, I could correlate to things, and if I want to, connect, I can improve. I know. Yeah,
yes.
thanks, Priya.
But
Thanks.
simply,
Yeah.
simply accepting that if this would have happened, actually, this book by Deepak Chopra, everyone must read. Wonderful book. Deepak Chopra, very small book, seven spiritual laws of success. He has said on one law, the law of detachment, where he said, you work on your desire, you work on your dream, but if your dream is not coming true, remember that it is for a reason and leave it there only. Leave it that there only. That if it has not happened, it has not happened because of a reason. There is a reason. And he has just written there is a reason. Just but this word of his, there is a reason, has hit me so amazingly when I read it and said that why are you running so badly, Priya? It's okay. If it is not happening, it will not happen for a reason. It's okay. Such a wonderful thing. I will share the photo in the group, or I'll share the chapter itself. Everybody please go through the chapter, The Law of Detachment, chapter number 6. I'll share. I have the images already. I'll share in PowerBook group, right? Okay, let's go ahead, Janki ji. Please. Gauri ji will take it a bit later for you. Let's complete this. Okay, very nice, very nice. We will all resemble this. Wonderful lines. Please, Janki ji, put it forward for us.
Uh, when you fill your life with love, you will find that guilt.
This one, Gauri ji.
Sorry, sorry.
Janki ji.
Previous paragraph.
Yeah.
If you keep telling a story, anybody can continue. I think I want to wear a specs, it seems.
Okay, no problem. Let me read it. If you keep telling a story of being a victim, then those pictures will play over and over again in your life. If you keep telling a story, you're not as smart as other people, you're not as attractive as other people, or you're not so talented as other people, you will be right because they will become the pictures of your life. And how wonderful it is, when normally you ask people, how is your life? Yeah, I have gone through so much, I only know. I asked this similar question to my grandmother, and she said, you don't know what I've gone through. She said it. I was like, yes. So we play our role as a victim so wonderfully. Self-pity. Badly self-pity is ingrained. And self-pity actually leads to selfishness. Because when you think you are not that good or your life is not that good, you now look for the shortcuts. Now, how can I get it in a shortcut way? Or I only want this promotion, so I'll put everybody side, then we play or we think, and then we do the selfishness acts because of self-pity actually. Self-pity leads to selfishness, greediness, self-centeredness. It all comes from self-pity. If you will sit with yourself and if you find anything in you, greediness, selfishness, and if you will connect the dots, you'll connect back to self-pity, unworthiness. But because if I believe that I am abundant, I can have everything, I don't have any need to be selfish or greedy. Actually, this is my personal realization. That is why I'm able to tell so nicely. Otherwise, these small things you cannot realize until you have gone through it. So I started actually from greediness, then selfishness, and then I found this is the core. This is the core. Self-pity. You always think your life is not that good as others. You always feel that. That is the problem. Unworthiness. Right? She says when you fill your life with love, you will find that guilt, resentment, and anything negative feelings will leave you. And then you will start telling the greatest story ever. The force of love will light up your life with the pictures of real story of your amazing life. Love is the greatest power on earth. It conquers all the things. And this closes our chapter. So point of power, life represents everything to you for you to choose what you love. If someone has something you want, be excited as if you have it. If you feel love for it, you're bringing the same thing to you. When you see the things you want, you're on the same frequency as of those things. Life's catalogs contains things that you don't love, so don't choose them by giving bad feelings. Turn away from the things that you don't love and give them any feeling. Instead, say yes when you see something you love. The law of attraction is responding to your feelings. It's only what you give that counts. Law of attraction is the law of you. Law of you. Give judgment, criticism, and you give it to yourself. Give love and appreciation and to another person or anything, you give it to yourself. When people see a lack of anything, it's simply a lack of love. You're good enough. You have all done something that wasn't right. Your realization and acceptance is the absolution for the law of attraction. That is why you have gone through that karmic lesson. Actually, this statement tells about our karmic lessons. how we have to go through certain lessons, certain insults, certain humiliations, certain parts of us, all are karmic lessons, right? It's your belief, true, untrue, that form your world. Your imagination is more real than the world you see, because the world you see, it comes from your imagination and your belief. When you believe and you feel to be true is what what will be your life. When story, whatever story you tell, whether good or bad, will be the story of your life. So start telling the story of your amazing life. And law of attraction must make sure to listen it. Right? Very nice. Wonderful. And when I see my cousin sisters, they always call and talk so bad about their lives happening with their partners, all. And never I have seen that, they have more shared happiness. So what they share, they attract more of it only. Next time they tell a very good, beautiful, another story. Then they tell another beautiful story, third time. Then more beautiful story next time, right? All stories about how they are being victimized in some or the other way. Complaint, complaint, complaint everywhere, right? And once I was talking to my mentor and I said, ma'am, you have gone through so much and all that's, lessons and everything. Did you tell your mother also? I complained also because I have seen all this only, right? She said, never ever I have complained. I said, why? How can you not do it? She said, since the day I'm married, I have made one point. This is my life and my life is my responsibility. She said, never I did. Never. Whatever I've gone through, I have gone through. Nobody knows what I've gone through. What a big heart. What a big heart. I really felt what a big heart she has, And this is how actually we must all become. Such big hearts. All from her. I also have this much. It's okay. We all have this much. We all will grow slowly, slowly with our hearts, right? So that's all for today. We have completed our chapter and for this session. And I am thinking, because mirror work is starting, I'm thinking to stop Power Book sessions here and we will resume it probably in October somewhere, right? And we will resume it in October or let's see, November. I'm planning to resume it in October mid, but I'm not sure. And Prasanna ma'am is here today. So in between, maybe after 15 days or so, as her schedule suits, she may take certain sessions as per, what she feels right, maybe on diet, maybe on exercise, maybe on sleep, or maybe on,
It's a kind of the women health topics or any kind of good books. So that I will take.
Yes. So if it is there, please try to join and learn it. And I will see you all in October or November now after this session. Okay. You all know the reason, right? So okay, so please enjoy and please try to complete Power Book. We have actually completed half of the book. So please read it by yourself also. Don't be like this, okay, we will do it. Read it, complete the book. I love Prithvi. She has completed Zero Limits. My God, read it fully. Zero Limits. She completed in 1 week. Prithvi, as I have told, next week, Priya, I have gone through the whole audio and I was literally asking myself, Priya, see, she has done it. So wonderfully she has done it. So every one of us can do it. There is no limit that, I only have to do or you have to do with me only. Please go and read it and explore yourself and go together. And if anyone can take the charge, you can also take it forward. No problem. Anyone as per it suits. Right? So that's all for today. Can we do the declaration? And when we will go ahead? Very nice. Please open your arms widespread. Become the queen of this universe. And let's ask freely. Say that, thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. Take a deep breath. Breathe freely in the open universe. And say, I'm open and receptive to all the good. I am open and receptive to all the good. I'm a channel of positive energies. I radiate positivity wherever I go. I am a divine child of God. Universe has my back. I am always guided, protected, and supported by divine. Life and love supports me in all possible ways. I love life. Life loves me. I'm always appreciated and well compensated in whatever I do. I have an abundance of time, money, energy, love, peace, harmony, kindness, and compassion in my life. My life is beautiful and I can learn to live it beautifully. I'm learning to live it beautifully. My life is wonderful and I am willing to live this wonderful life. I pass through all the challenges and realize myself deeply every time. Everything happens for my highest good. Everything happens for my highest good. I'm always guided, protected, and supported by divine energies. Divine energies are always behind me. I'm always supported by them. Join your hands and say thank you, universe. Thank you to the 5 elements. The 5 elements are so real elements. Thank you, 5 elements. Thank you so much, 5 elements. Thank you, universe. Thank you, infinite universes. Thank you, God. Thank you, higher power. Thank you, everything. And I am willing to transform myself from every moment I live this life. I'm willing to change myself and my life fully. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that. I am willing to do that. Thank you, universe. Right? So that is all. Thank you, all of you. That's all for today. Yes, Gauri.
Nothing, yeah. Actually, this change only. I don't want to say anything because we have done so many prayers and all. I'm happy, but we will miss you.
Thank you so much. I will also
God
miss you all.
bless you. God bless you. And you're so beautiful. You're glowing.
And
You're our angel. So you live a wonderful life in this universe.
thank you so much.
Our wishes and blessings are always there for you.
Upper lips, nothing from last 2 months, I guess. Nothing done. I'll get it done one together only.
So Priya, when is the good news? When are you getting married? I think I missed 24th of September. All right. Oh, congratulations.
So after this
Then,
batch, I will.
then you will be taking this setup from somewhere else, right? You won't be staying in this house. Oh, it's going to be changed for us also.
It is going to be completely changed for me also. Here, though, I talk like a owner. I'll talk like, I am the only one. You all please shut up. There, I have to lower my voice and say, okay, everybody is there.
There also,
So
everybody will listen to you.
Yeah.
and-
And we will have a different perspective from you, I guess, after 2 months when we meet.
Yeah, so much. So much.
Yeah.
I'm already having so different perspectives when I have to manage in between this family and that family. Really, it becomes sometimes too hectic. But then it is a process. I will learn slowly, slowly. Yes. Very nice. Thank you. Thank
All
you.
the
all.
best. God
Thank you,
bless you.
Priya.
Yeah.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
And
Thank you.
we meet for practice sessions Saturday mornings that will go till month end. Right? So we'll meet
Okay.
for practice sessions. Okay. Okay. Bye all. Thank you all. Love
Thank you.
Take
Thank you,
care.
Priya.
Bye all.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.